Welcome, one and all, Collective fans, peeps. You are on the new Halo Collective podcast, and we are talking about E3, which is starting in 4 days. 3.5, depending on where you live. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
It's always a good time for gamers. I don't know exactly when we have the Microsoft conference, but E3 will be starting soon nonetheless.
Microsoft's conference is Tuesday at 1 p.m. Pacific.
Dang it, so I'm going to be at work.
Before we get any further, how about we all introduce ourselves so the name is associated with the voice.
He who is called Chris. I have Lasky.
That is me.
Adam.
No, that's not my real name.
Hello, fellow
That
gamers.
may or may not be his real name. We're still not sure. And we have Daemon.
Hola. I don't speak Spanish.
Well said.
Former follower.
Ex-Halo follower.
Ex-Halo follower. That's right, we are legit people. We are legit. So, figured we'd start with a...
Wow, Chris. Really nice to know that we look to Halo follower members for validation.
Halo follower members that no one really
that's
knows
not us,
because
that's
all I
just-
did was write, and I never made videos, so no one knows who the hell I was.
more content.
Alright, we're getting off topic. Let's get to the
Yes.
E3 goodies.
So, Halo at E3 last year was all but non-existent. We had a little Awakening the Nightmare, Halo Wars 2 expansion news. Beyond that, the bulk of the announcement was the Xbox One X, which released November 7th of last year, I believe, for a whopping 500 big ones. And I have my Scorpio edition sitting right next to me right now, so it was a good purchase, but then we had Dragon Ball, Minecraft, 4K, Code Vein, Sea of Thieves, but very little Halo. We're hoping they're going to turn that around this year, because
What the fuck, 343?
they stated that they basically want to
I
announce
do know some things about
their
Microsoft's
stuff
E3
when
conference,
it's
but I'm
within
not
a
going to
year.
say, but yes, Halo will be there.
Yeah, we're pretty much expecting Halo news this time. Whether or not it's Halo 6...
See, I cannot
I'm
confirm
hoping
or
it is,
deny
but
that
we'll see.
because my source has no idea what it is, but he said it's Halo, and it's big and is unexpected.
Halo Fireteam Raven.
Halo Fireteam Raven.
No, that isn't there because
a
it's a
little
Dave
bit
Buster's
bigger than
exclusively for a year.
Skyrim. No, it's going to
Only
be
at Dave
Skyrim
and
for mobile
Buster's.
devices, Adam, you idiot.
We're talking about Halo, not Bethesda, you retard.
You retard. Yes.
That's a mean word, Adam.
And before breaking
Yes.
news,
It's a mean word.
Todd Howard is now the
Heavens,
head
no.
of Microsoft.
Halo 1 on mobile. Combat Evolved.
Anyway,
Halo 6
Chris, what you got in that
Edition.
big
That wouldn't
fancy
even be that, it'd just
notepad
be
of yours?
Skyrim.
Before we get
over
into
and
the
over
first
again.
discussion for 2018 expectations, can we just take a second to appreciate backwards compatibility for original Xbox games and Halo 1 being playable? I think...
As much as I appreciate them, it should have been default by the start.
Yeah.
Just
I don't know
saying.
what it is with current generation and kind of leaving their old crap in the past. And then Sony kind of did the same thing with their backwards compatibility program.
Like the 360 did original Xbox from the start. I don't know why they got rid of it in the first place. Just baffles
Yeah,
me.
I think they were trying to condense hardware needs or something like that, because you have to have the operations.
No, they just wanted to sell their freaking Xbox Ones. They wanted you to
Yeah,
get rid of your
yeah,
360s
that makes sense,
and
too.
forget about the Red Ring of Death.
And then it's like whole big they had to have a huge firmware update with 360 backwards compatibility too. So that was a lot of fun. But it's 2018, time to stop living in the past. Let's start talking about what we want to see, and then we'll segue into what we think we'll actually get. So let's have a little bit of unrealistic expectations for Halo, Microsoft, and then general E3. Sony, Nintendo, Bethesda, whatever. Lasky, take it
Sure.
away. What do you want to see?
Oh, fuck.
I didn't really compile thoughts either.
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, what do I see? Like, game-wise right now? or
Start with
strictly
Halo and then go into other games.
Well, there better be a Halo 6 because it's been 3 years since Halo 5, and quite frankly, I'm not a huge fan of Halo
Yeah.
5. So, I need a new Halo. I hope Halo 6. As someone who lives near Philadelphia, I actually have the luxury of playing Halo Fire Team Raven this
Ooh.
summer.
I want to
So
do
I'm
that.
definitely
I'm
gonna do
lucky.
that.
I'm out in the desert of the West. I don't know if I'll have any anytime soon.
But yeah, I want Halo 6.
At least only a 7-hour drive from me.
I want Halo 6, and I honestly want an update to Halo Wars 2. If the Flood update was the last one, I'm going to be very disappointed as someone who plays Halo Wars 2 a lot. But yeah, I just want Halo 6. I don't know if you want me to go into extreme detail of what I expect, what I want. I just hope there's some Halo 6 announcement.
Adam, what do you want to see out of the Halo side? And then let's get nitpicky after Adam and Daemon voice their opinions.
Alright, for Halo / Microsoft at E3, I really just want, something. Even if it's
Fireteam
a
Raven.
reveal trailer that says, like, coming 2019, Halo 6 or something. I just want to know that there is Halo coming.
Yeah.
I can wait another year
Strike
because
3.
I think, yeah, I really want a new Halo, but if it means an extra year to wait and get a better game, I'll wait an extra
I think
year.
it was worth it for Zelda Breath of the
really just
Wild.
want to get.
Yeah.
I really just want to get confirmation that we got a new Halo coming, a new main Halo game, not
Spartan
Halo
Assault
Wars.
3.
Or yeah, like a Spartan Assault game, or Fireteam Raven. I'd like to just know that there's a main series Halo game being worked on and coming soon.
Ditto. Daemon, how about you?
Okay, so this one's going to be the hard one because I kind of expect or have a general idea of what is coming because I have friends in high places. But how I know that Halo will be there, the source that I speak to in confidentiality here doesn't know what. He says it's going to be big. It might have something to do with the 2 Halo games that were leaked earlier this year, the 2 in development. And he said one of them is in fact Halo 6 being developed. The other one is more of experimental and might not see the light of day. So whatever this Halo Infinity leak, which he has no clue if it's real or not, because it's probably the code name for whatever game is going to be shown, could either be Halo 6 or this other one that we have no idea what it could be. But I'm going for it's not going to be Halo 6 at E3.
Quite a bold prediction.
Because we're still a year to 2 years away.
It's going to be
Halo
public
6.
Halo Fortnite Battlegrounds.
I'm actually calling more of it's going to be shared world. We know that the shared world shooter formula would work well for Halo because Bungie did Destiny. And Destiny was a Halo
I'll
knockoff.
agree to that.
I wouldn't really call Destiny a shared world in the sense it was more just like an online loot and shoot game.
Yeah, that's what the term shared world shooter is, a MMO light loot and shoot.
I see. I don't know. I feel like that trend has sort of died off.
Well, right now, I know a lot of people are watching how Year 2 for Destiny 2 turns out, and Anthem. Because we all know the
And Division 2 was announced earlier this year,
And-
which is surprising.
Yeah, Division 2 is announced, which is going to be the same formula. So we have Anthem, Year
Me
2
too.
of Destiny 2, which I'm actually
Aesthetically,
excited
it looks
for,
gorgeous, but onward.
and the Division 2. So why not shoehorn Halo, which would work wonders in this genre?
I just want to say something about a statement. I don't think it's necessarily dying. I just think no one's really done it right.
Yeah, no one's done it right. That's what my sources said, that we might not see this other Halo game unless if Anthem does
Actually,
well.
I hope Anthem does look good, but it is BioWare, and we did get
I
Mass Effect
want it
Andromeda,
to succeed.
so we'll see.
Mass Effect Andromeda was not made by BioWare.
It was BioWare Montreal, whatever. It's still...
Which BioWare Montreal was one of EA's other studios. They just decided to slap the
Hey,
name BioWare onto.
if you have the name BioWare, then I still hold you partly responsible, because that is a branch of you, and I still think you should be responsible for it.
I can get into the politics behind that, and Visceral's shut down, and they're both the same.
A moment of
Product of E. E.
silence for Visceral Games. Rest in peace, hopes of a Dead Space 4.
EA.
Rest in peace, hopes of a Dead Space 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. Press F to pay respects.
F.
I didn't really like the Dead Space game, so
That's alright.
Awesome
Just
about it.
that cliffhanger from
Heretic.
the Dead Space 3 Awakening DLC. Gosh dang it. I was looking forward to eventually, hopefully, maybe getting some reconciliation.
That's no moon.
It's a
Moon
necromorph.
Network. It was actually multiples. Yeah, there was like 9 of them. Ugh.
I wonder if anyone did a Star Wars meme where it's Obi-Wan saying that's no moon, and then it's
It
just a
probably
giant
didn't get
necromorph moon.
upvoted a lot, but I bet it's out there.
Well, I don't know, Lasky. How about you make it?
Somewhere, maybe.
I'd
Oh,
make
my.
it as soon as we're done here. I have Photoshop open right now.
All right. Speaking of this,
No.
What's next on your
Video.
big old list?
Before we move on, real quick, let's throw up a few of our own fun little ideas for Halo 6. Let me start. I want a vastly improved firefight system. I want Halo 5's kind of firefight. I like that format, but I miss taking 4 or 3 friends into a custom match and just being able to custom skulls, custom loadouts. Basically, I wish we could have a little bit of control over firefight in Halo 6, and I want it available from the get-go. Same with Forge. I think leaving Forge out of Halo 5's base game was a mistake, but, development cycles, whatever. Apparently Microsoft kind of pushed 343 to get the game out sooner than they wanted, and that's one reason it wasn't as good.
Same with Halo 4. Halo 4 was supposed to be the Xbox One launch title, but Microsoft said, hey, we need to get a Halo game out now. So Halo 4 launched on the 360, melted some 360.
And then it got optimized on the Master
and
Chief
that's what
Collection,
happened.
and it handled pretty well problems with the initial launch notwithstanding. All those games, all those campaigns look great on the Xbox One.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, they do.
What are we... Okay, so those are our wishes. Do we really think we're going to get Halo 6? I feel like it's like 50-50 at this point. But Halo...
Wait,
I
hang
think
on.
so.
Lasky and I didn't get our opportunity to share.
Yes,
Well,
yes,
me.
do that. Yeah, all of you. What kind of fine-tuned things do you want to see in
Thanks,
Halo
Chris.
6? Or whatever next game is announced or comes out.
Let's just stick with Halo 6.
You can go first.
Sure. Daemon, since you rudely interrupted... Not rudely, I'm just joking. You go first.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Okay. What I want for Halo 6, aside from what I know is most likely going to be part of Halo 6, which is 5's multiplayer, 5's gameplay, just refined for the new engine, and that I would like to see Firefight come back. Like, aside from Warzone, but Warzone will be staying.
Ugh,
Yeah, Warzone's not my favorite either.
my heart.
Okay. Warzone Firefight will be staying. Warzone will be staying. In fact, I think 343 is probably working on turning Warzone into a PvE battle royale. Did Lasky just die or come?
Well,
I'm dying.
actually,
Not in the
seeing as
typical
every other
Battle
battle
Royale
royale
sense.
is PvP, I'm kind of intrigued slightly by player versus enemy battle royale.
Yeah.
I mean,
PvPvE battle royale.
Kind of like Gambit.
So the AI are still going to be there.
PvE.
Okay, it's going to be like free-for-all in Titanfall. Let's just go with that. Where you've got the
Okay.
little minions just running around, just shoot the little grunts and specters just running around, and then all of a sudden everyone's just duking it out in giant fucking robots.
Anyway, my wish list for Halo 6, I kind of want 343 to stick with, what they've already built, so a lot of people are going to hate me, but I kind of want the art style to not really be changed. I mean, if the plot involved mystically, the Spirit of Fire randomly shows up, then that's really the only case I could say that having an older art style mixed in with the new for Halo 6 would, work in my opinion. But I think if they stick with, what they built on Halo 5, I personally enjoyed the multiplayer. I thought the Forge was amazing. Firefight was pretty interesting. Warzone Firefight. I just want them to build off of that. Refine it, make it better. That's pretty much it. Oh, and actually have a decent story. That's my big thing.
Oh, yeah.
Halo 6.
That
I
was
want to
one
have
thing.
a good story.
That was one thing I did have to mention there is the only difference between Halo 6 and Halo 5 is there will be a story in it. I can confirm this. Friends of mine who are close to Microsoft or work for Microsoft, I'm not going to disclose which, have stated that they're focusing on the story for Halo 6 before they reveal anything that we know of.
God, Daemon, why don't you just
Yeah.
make a video about this and get us like 12 million views?
Alright, I guess
Yeah.
I'll take over since... Now, I'm actually going to be radically different from what everyone else said. Although I do agree about the story. We need a fucking story 343, not that bullshit we got in Halo 5. Alright, anyway. For multiplayer, I actually do not want it to be like Halo 5. I want it to actually be slower. Because an old fart like me just cannot keep up with Halo 5 multiplayer. I just can't. Like, my KD's positive for some miracle reason. But, like, when I played Halo 2 Anniversaries in Master Chief Collection, I actually preferred that over Halo 5's. I would prefer something like that.
Hashtag
for Halo
Sprint
6.
ruined Halo.
I don't know. I actually like Sprint. I would keep Sprint.
Yeah, I'd keep
I would
Sprint.
get rid of... I'd get rid of Clamber. I'd get rid of Ground Pounds. I'd get rid of all of those. Not saying they're bad. I like doing them. I just don't like them in Halo 5's multiplayer. So yeah, pretty much slower multiplayer. I know I'm not the only one saying that, but I know a lot of people do like Halo 5's. It's like a split argument. So I know 343 won't win with that one. They'll do one thing and they'll piss off the others. I won't get pissy. I just probably won't play it as much if that's the case. So story, multiplayer, definitely firefight mode, but again, something more old like ODST, where you don't really have a lot of perks. You just kind of have to survive off the guns you scavenge and just your own skill. I liked Reaches, but I prefer ODST's firefight in the long run over every iteration that was released, just because of how tough it is. Definitely Forge. We need a Forge. First thing, we need theater mode, and please make a working machinima mode.
Yeah.
Please,
Yes.
please, 343. I've been asking you this
Do
since
it.
Halo 4. I know you did want Halo 5, but it's still eh. So yeah, machinima mode for me, just theater mode that works in general, and I know they already confirmed split screen,
Which
so I
is
don't have to
nice.
ask that. And just the ability just to play offline. Not being able to play offline in Halo 5, like, split screen is horrible. What the fuck?
The hell?
What the fuck?
Would your computer just give you an episode?
Are we sponsored by Dr. Pepper?
That would be
I
nice.
opened up.
Now we are.
I opened up
Is this,
an article on like E3 predictions and that just to read through it,
I'll
and
be
it
right
just
back,
spammed
gentlemen.
Dr. Pepper ad right in my
Got a phone
face.
Shit. Alright, then I guess I gotta do the Dr. Pepper sponsor. Drink Dr. Pepper. It's really
Yep.
good.
It tastes
It's
like crap.
crisp. No, it's good.
Excuse me.
Don't piss off our sponsors.
How does it feel to have such a wrong opinion?
Dr. Pepper's the shit. Not shit, it's the shit.
Yeah.
So drink Dr. Pepper. Thank you, Dr. Pepper, for sponsoring us with $0.00.
Well, no. They
Appreciate it.
did give a
Alright.
dildo to Max. Can't forget that.
Well, I guess that's all I have to say about Halo 6. So just pretty much slower gameplay and shit, and not Halo 5. Oh, wait. And don't fuck up Warzone. Please. Even, I don't like Warzone, but I'll give it another chance. Please keep all the old McDonald's out of Warzone. E-I-E-I-O. If you all catch my drift.
But Lasky, you're a
shit's
relic of a
bullshit.
dying age. You ought to keep up with the times or get left behind.
I'll keep up with the times when it's worth my time keeping
Wait,
up with
Lasky,
the times.
how much older than me are you?
I don't... Damon, you're older than me.
I
Okay,
am.
let's put it this way: Lasky's married and you aren't.
Oh,
He was. Shut up.
I was almost married,
I know.
Yeah.
but I'm glad I got the hell out of there.
Almost
Almost
married.
married. Ooh.
Oh,
Mr.
okay, so yes, I
Old
am
Guy
married.
over here almost got married.
Hey, I'm 26 and I have not had a single relationship to this day. No one has a right to
alright,
feel
then
bad
me,
about me.
me and you are the...
I'm 24.
Me and Chris are the old
Chris is gonna
farts,
be
then.
the ultra mega.
Oh, wait, Damon,
mega
you're
virgin
24?
Wizard. He's almost 30.
Oh, shit,
I'm
then
gonna
I
be
am the oldest.
I'll be the mega
I'm the
virgin
oldest here.
hermit. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that actually.
No, when you turn,
Chris is
if
going to
you
be an
turn
Adam
30,
Sandler
you're still
movie.
a virgin,
Oh, gosh.
You're not in a relationship. You turn into a wizard.
Okay, well,
But isn't magic against his beliefs?
Wizard Harry.
shut up. You plebeian. Oh gosh. Back on subject. That was fun, but back on subject. We are 21 minutes in. About.
Thank you, Dr. Pepper.
Yes, we are not sponsored by Dr. Pepper. Thank you very much.
I'm going to put that in the wallpaper now.
No, but we are sponsored by Bad Dragon.
Oh no!
We are sponsored by Miss
Okay,
Royal
just because
Armory.
Max ordered 20,000 of them and sent them to the company office
Uh-oh.
doesn't mean we're sponsored by them.
Oh.
You alright?
Wait, did it come back? Like, Discord just, like, froze and locked up for a second. I'm like, oh, crap.
Oh, you're good. We
Yeah.
still hear you.
Okay. Alright. Oh, one last parting detail.
Next topic.
I think it would be cool if the multiplayer, if they, either at launch or early in the game's lifetime of Halo 6, they have separate playlists for old school style, no sprint, and if they have to keep modern mechanics in, I would like them to at least give us the option to choose between them so that they can appease the Bungie purists that don't like sprint and allow people to enjoy the new mechanics. Because we have to
I don't think
upgrade,
it really
change,
needs
you
that.
know? Change is a good thing. But if they let us have the best of both worlds, I think the multiplayer could be a good thing.
You know, if this
I
Bungie
think
purists
that'd
really
just be
wanted
great
to
for
know
the
what
game in
Bungie was
general.
doing, they should try playing Destiny, which has sprint.
Yeah.
I do
Good.
have one more thing I want to add, because I put it in a post, because I was invited to the Master Chief Collection test.
Didn't you sign an
And I did
NDA
put
on
this
that?
on. Yeah, but this isn't...
Okay, he can't talk
I'm not
about
really
the
talking about
gameplay
the test.
or anything in the test.
I'm just talking about just something I would like to see implemented in MCC and future Halo titles in general. I have a huge problem with social playlists. I'm sure everyone else does, because whenever you enter random, and like just by yourself, just to play social, because you know social means casual, do any of you also get stomped by sweaty four-man teams in
Yes.
social Slayer?
That's with every game.
Yes.
Did this just become
Now,
a Brazzers ad?
There's a fix for this. Gears of War 4 did it. And since they're both owned by Microsoft, I'm sure you know they talk a lot. Gears of War 4 Social only allows a max party of 2 players in their 5v5 game. Halo, for some godforsaken reason, you have not adapted this practice yet. Why
I
are
have
you
a point
fucking
on
waiting?
this too.
If you're going to do a social playlist, restrict the party size to 2 or just restrict it to solo queue. For the love of God, please, I am tired of getting sweaty stomped in social
Kinky.
Slayer.
Destiny
Please.
1 actually implemented this in the Rise of Iron expansion. Freelance playlist,
yes.
solo queue only. I was like, yes, I love this. I performed better in the freelance playlist because I
And
didn't
guess
have to
what?
get matched up
It
against
wasn't in Destiny 2.
Yeah, it's not in Destiny 2 still. They haven't even mentioned it coming in, and that saddens me. Bungie, you could be so much better, but that's not the point. So, yes.
Please 3 for 3. It's so simple.
Now I'm gonna butt in, and I have a bit of a counter argument. Yeah, I think it's a great idea, but if they do that, they're gonna anger all the people, or they're gonna anger a lot of people who are gonna say, okay, so I can't go and play a social, in quote, social playlist with my 2 or 3 buddies because some guys don't like getting stomped on
fucked.
by 3 or 4 buddies who decide to play together.
Well, if you want to go as a team, then go in ranked.
Or they have big
That's all I
team
have to say.
social,
If you want-
whether rotating or permanent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Because
or
6
do big
versus
team.
6 is fun if you have the right game modes.
If you're going into any 4v4 mode with 3 or 4 people, you should just go into the rank then, because you know you are communicating somehow. And you might as well just go into ranked. if you're a team.
Also, I want
Or
to
just
add on to
or just make a social playlist and then just do the private queue one.
Yeah, exactly.
both.
I like the sound of that. I would try to make that happen. Adam, you had a point to put in? Then we'll move on.
I was gonna add on to what you said, Chris, about having separate playlists that have no sprint or whatever. I think it would be great, not because like trying to appease the Bungie of fanboys and whatever. I think it'd just be great for the game in general. I think it'd just give the game more variety. I wouldn't really see it as trying to appease, older Halo fans, because I think it'd be pretty cool to, have different playlists with different movement options. Have like one that's the regular clamber, running around, thruster packs and stuff, and then you have another one that is like is a lot slower paced, and have maps for that like kind of reflect that. I think it'd just be pretty cool to see. I think it'd give the multiplayer a lot of variety.
I agree. Yeah, kind of reminds me of Call of Duty. Call of Duty has a playlist called Bare Bones, which actually strips away your radar and your perks and such, and makes you go, hey, boots on the ground, guns, watch your back, fight like a real soldier.
Call of Duty? You mean Call of
Poop?
Duty?
It's funny because Call of Duty is
anything past
feces.
Black Ops 2 is bad.
Get it? I switched the word duty with the other word duty.
I haven't been,
Hilarious.
He said duty.
Yeah, but I think more playlist variety is one thing that could be improved.
Yeah, and they certainly need to implement more permanent playlists sooner, because it's fun to have social weekends where you have a great playlist like Rocket Race come out, but then we lose it and we don't see it again for 2 months. That's kind of a bummer. Let's hope that they can improve on that in Halo 6 and other Halo titles. So, I think we've covered Halo a good deal. Let's, who are we hoping will win? I mean, who do we think will win? And by win, this is no one really wins E3, but Nintendo won E3 last year with Metroid Prime 4 announcement alone. Am I right or am I right?
I have
It wasn't
to
just
disagree.
Metroid, it was all
Nintendo
the other
had
I
a
games.
have
great
to
year.
disagree with you, Chris, because the whole X company won E3. I think it's absolutely retarded.
Yeah, me too.
Is a dumb comment to make every year. I don't know why people still do it, because people are gonna like, different conferences. Someone may like the Sony conference, and they may hate the EA conference and say Sony won. But then
EA
someone may
hasn't had a
really
conference
like
in
EA or
years.
Bethesda and say one of those won. It's all just a big opinion. So I don't think you can really say one company won an E3.
Yeah, I stand by that
Or will
every
win
year.
an E3.
People just love prolonging the console war and being really zealous about it.
I think the only time that anyone has ever won E3 was Bethesda's first show,
Yeah.
and Todd Howard walks out on stage and is like, oh, you guys aren't going to fucking believe this. On live TV before censors could catch it.
Then freaking, what did they have? Dishonored 2, Doom 2016, which was awesome. And they just crushed it that year. I'm just
good.
like, dude, way to come out swinging, Bethesda. They seriously crushed it. Everyone had a good performance that year, as I remember.
And then they offered Skyrim for the 3DS.
Skyrim for Switch? I don't think I'm ever going to play Skyrim for Switch, honestly.
I want to try it
I don't
because motion controlled Skyrim. I'm going to be just swinging around
Right.
two swords just because I can.
My friend bought Skyrim 3 times. I called him an idiot.
I think that's just.
I only have bought Skyrim twice.
Me too.
He bought all 3 versions at
Same
full
here.
price.
Yeah. I had 360. I have Xbox One. And
Oh,
I
wait.
had it on my old PC.
Oh, no.
But my friend provided it for me. So I had PC version, I had some mod experience that was fun, but I did not buy it. I bought Destiny 2 on all 3 platforms with the expansion pass though, and I kind of feel dirty for that.
I haven't bought Destiny
What the
2
fuck?
on
Yeah.
the PS4, but I have it on PC because Humble Bundle was $12 last month, and then I have it for
I did too.
my One X.
I just can't divide that much of my time.
I only had it for Xbox, but I saw it was $12 on Humble, and I subscribed to Humble. I bought it, and then I instantly unsubscribed.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm a bitch
Low
like
key,
that.
Humble Bundle is a really good deal.
Humble Bundle's amazing because most of what you pay, like the $15 for a bundle or the $12 a month.
You pay $12 and you get like $200 worth of games.
In like 90% of the proceeds goes to charity.
Yeah.
I know. I did get the emblem for Destiny 2.
They currently have
the Heart Emblem.
the Arma bundle, and that's like $300 worth of content for $20. Not even kidding. You get all 3 Arma games plus expansions. But anyway, back to E3.
E3. So Nintendo v Sony v Nintendo. I mean Xbox, Microsoft. What the heck, brain? What do you want to see out of Sony and Nintendo real quick? I think Microsoft really needs to get their game going on their exclusives because Sony seems to be crushing them in that department with well-written single-player narratives. Detroit Become Human just came out to, I believe,
That's
critical
an
acclaim.
interactive movie, not a video game.
An interactive movie. Still, God of War 4, The Last Guardian. Honestly, Record doesn't hold
The Last
candle up
Guardian's
to those.
bullshit.
I haven't played it yet, but
Last
I want
Guardian. Last Guardian sucks.
It's bullshit that I was supposed to get it on
Have
my
you seen
PS2,
the video donkey
and all of a
video?
sudden I have to have a PS4 to play it.
to. Kingdom Hearts 3
It went 2
is
console
one of those
generations
games.
before I could finally play it.
The video donkey of Last Guardian is everything you need to know about that
Well, it's
game.
better than Duke Nukem Forever, so I'd call that somewhat of a win.
I think majority games are better than Duke Nukem Forever.
Yeah, I think Halo Spartan
No
Assault
Man's
is
Sky
better.
was better than Duke Nukem Forever.
Actually, there's one game that's worse than Duke Nukem Forever. And
Big
that
Rigs
is
Over
Ride
Road
the
Racing.
Right to
Retribution.
hell.
Wait, no,
Retribution.
there's one worse than those. Colonial Marines.
Big Rigs Over the Road Racing.
Oh, I've seen that one too.
Colonial Marines is a game that pissed me off so much that I never want to even look at it again. I returned it 2 hours after I bought it, and I got a full refund for
Yeah.
it. I said it's broken. I said it is a broken game. I want my
The
money
total
back.
Anyway.
amount of footage I've
And
seen
they
of
did.
that game makes me never want to pop the disc in. To be honest.
Anyway, on to E3. My expectations or my wants from Nintendo and Sony. I'm not a Nintendo person, so I whatever they show, cool, whatever.
Same.
I, however, am interested in 2 things for the Sony conference. One of them being Norman Reedus and the Funky Fetus.
Death
Death
Stranding.
Stranding.
Woo!
I like
I
Kojima
want
as a
that.
writer. And I'm fairly intrigued by his cryptic trailers for Death Stranding. I am really interested in that. And I'm really interested in what PlayStation has to bring for VR. Anything new VR. Because PlayStation VR, even though I don't have a PlayStation 4, I still think it's pretty interesting that, you know, they kind of mainstreamed VR to the console market. It exists on PC, but it just seems like a niche market at the moment. Whereas I think Sony were the first to, I guess, mass market it in a way.
It's hit and miss for that one there.
Didn't you hear? They're bringing Club Penguin to VR and PlayStation.
Heck yeah, I'm buying a PlayStation 4
If
right
they
now.
provide
I'm gonna go
Club
out and buy
Penguin, I would legit play it. Maybe not a lot, but I would play it.
I would go out and buy the PSVR for my PS4 just for Club Penguin if it was.
If you're a Club Penguin member, you instantly get buried in a pharaoh's sarcophagus. You are immediately that cool.
I played Club Penguin when it first came out. Holy crap, I'm old. But Lasky's even older.
I played
Lasky's already over the
RuneScape.
hill.
I played
So-
RuneScape once. I only played it once.
I still play
Dude,
RuneScape.
RuneScape is being shut
I will
down, isn't
admit.
it?
I will admit. No, stop.
Which
Okay,
version
people,
is...
you are...
what I
RuneScape
thought.
Classic is
Okay.
getting shut down. The first one, RuneScape, old school RuneScape and RuneScape 3 are not going anywhere. I don't know why people keep saying it. Oh my god,
When
RuneScape.
is
No,
RuneScape
it's
Mobile
RuneScape
coming
Classic.
out, Lasky?
They're saying this year, actually. August for Old
Whose
School
bomb is
RuneScape
going
and
off?
RuneScape 3, December.
Someone set us up the bomb.
I hear ticking.
How are you,
I'm not kidding,
gentlemen?
guys. I hear
Oh.
ticking.
Let me take off my headphones. I don't hear ticking.
It's my parents' alarm.
Nah, me at
Apparently,
least.
it's going off at 10:49 at night.
I thought my cat was doing something bad for a second when you said
Okay,
ticking.
so is it my turn for what I want to see from Sony,
Yeah.
or is Adam done?
I'm done with
Go.
my
Okay.
thing. I said what I.
Okay, from Sony. Now, being that Sony's been pumping out these single-player story-driven games from Horizon Zero Dawn, which is amazing. Unless if you are an SJW, then you don't like that they call them Braves and some of their other derogatory terms. You have God of War 4, which I actually want to go pick up a copy of. Detroit Be Human, I want to get. Death Stranding, Kojima, I'm waiting. What else I want to see from PlayStation is, right now we're in a volatile time because a couple weeks ago Phil Spencer had stated that he wants to bring more Japanese game developers to the Xbox. So there's going to be that factor that now that Microsoft's taking interest in games that are probably going to be like nearer or more JRPG stuff. Like back on the 360, there's this JRPG that puts Final Fantasy to shame. I think it was called the Lost Odyssey or Last Odyssey. I couldn't even get past the first disc. Is that hard? It's like true JRPG, not Final Fantasy. So I'm expecting to, of course, we're going to see some Final Fantasy stuff at E3 because, hold on.
Hello,
Hello,
silence.
darkness, my old friend. Awkward
Well,
silence.
He's deafened himself, so I guess the next course of action would be to talk about what we'd like from any of the other people having a press conference.
Hey.
Oh, he's back.
Hey. Hey. What about me?
Oh yeah.
What about
What
you?
about me?
Oof.
My expectations for PS3.
PS3. What are we?
Wow.
PS4.
Anyway,
Let me
Daemon,
finish
please
this up.
continue with your
Alright.
statement.
Okay. So I'm expecting to, at Sony's, not at Square's, but at Sony's, we're going to see Final Fantasy 15 stuff because they did just announce they're going to do even more story-based DLC because they have decided that after the success of the first set of DLC that it'd be easier to go and start pumping all of the story stuff that they designed for it instead of making a complete separate game as DLC, which I actually think is better than me having to go out and buy another game and get DLC for that as well.
Yeah, we don't need a Final Fantasy 15 too.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Sony's going to try to find something that could compete with Crackdown 3 because that's definitely going to be shown at E3 by Microsoft. It comes out next year.
Yeah.
See what else can I think of?
Nothing.
Let's see. Nintendo, they're going to show off Splatoon 2 again. Some stuff for Splatoon 2. Definitely Smash.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Can't forget Smash.
orgasm.
I'm actually expecting a good bit of stuff that's PC related to come from Microsoft this time around too.
Yes.
We're only on Sony and
Because,
Nintendo.
Yeah.
Stop getting off topic.
Well, no. This is still going to fall in there is because that's the one that we never mentioned. What is the consoles competing with?
And is slowly going to be amalgamated by PC.
I'm expecting Valve to go to E3
That would be interesting.
because Valve did announce a new game.
Oh yes. Oh my god, that glorious success. The Dota trading card game.
Artifact.
Yes.
Did you see a
Artifact.
reaction video of that? Where people are like, yeah, And then the card game, oh, audible, oh. So I'm just like, oh, wow, what have you done? Half-Life 2, Episode 3 or 4, come on. They just gotta...
It's not happening.
I know. They gotta do something. They don't need to do a Portal 3, they don't need to do a Left 4 Dead 3, they just need to do something actually interesting.
They don't need to do anything, they make too much money off of Steam now for them to warrant
Quit being boring, Gaben, come on. You got more in you, I know it. Take a risk. The world may thank you.
Well, whenever Microsoft moves into the PC market more than it has,
Plus,
then yes.
About it, if you really think about it, even if they made a Portal 3 or a Left 4 Dead 3, there'd be so much hype around the game, but then there'd also be so much criticism because you're gonna get all those people who are like, this game is not 100,000,000% perfect, it sucks.
Which is probably why they're straying away from trying to make any of those in the first place, because they don't want another Duke Nukem Forever. It's like, hey, guys, the 3 is a meme now. We can't do it.
Look at games that have an unfathomable amount of hype behind them, and they turn out to be pretty good, or I'll even go as far as mediocre, but people just nitpick them to death.
So, PC integration. They did announce however many years ago that future Xbox One X titles were basically going to be Windows 10 compatible, correct?
Yes,
Which
they announced that the Xbox games will be Windows 10 compatible, which you've seen it happen with the Play Anywhere.
Yes.
And it's getting better because now that every first-party title that launches on the Xbox is going to be Game Pass, they're also going to be Play Anywhere.
Yeah, and that all but confirmed Halo 6 is going to be on PC whenever it comes out.
And especially after the whole El Dorito incident happened, Phil Spencer had took to Twitter and tweeted that as much as he enjoyed the prospects of the fan project, he said that he had mentioned something that pretty much confirmed that Halo is coming to PC finally.
Yes, I vaguely remember
Because
that.
he specifically stated, similar to what 343 said, was that they're going to work with the mod creators in that. Phil had mentioned content developers on PC, the Sins of the Prophet modders, Installation 01, the El Dorito dev team, that other one, Cartographer, SPV3, yeah, and then of course the custom edition community, and then the Halo 2 Vista modders that have brought its online back.
Oh, wow.
Are all going to be involved in something.
So yeah, another interesting point to bring up is the possibility of the Master Chief Collection being ported to the PC. I would be all for it. 343 did state
that they stated that if fixing it for the Xbox One works well enough, they will take the opportunity to go into PC with it.
And I'd honestly play it way more there than on the Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Because, my earliest Halo memories are from junior high on an Xbox original. But I really got into Halo playing the trial version of Halo 1 in my computer tech class in my sophomore year. I started at the bottom of the scoreboard on Blood Gulch. I ended up in the middle of the scoreboard a couple weeks later, and then my sister had the 360. New Year's Eve at the end of 2009, I signed up for Xbox Live, and I've never looked back, baby. So yeah, the future of Halo on PC looks promising, and hopefully this upcoming week, maybe we see some news on that. I'd love to, but we'll have to see what happens. So, closing topic, or final topic on my little list here. What kind of comebacks could we see at E3 that would totally crush it? What kind of comebacks would surprise you, any of you, to see? Does anyone have an idea?
Here, let me start, because it'd be my turn to start.
Okay, the rest of us think about it for a second.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, what I would like to see as big-time comebacks, EA comes off the plate swinging. After the disastrous launch of Battlefront 2, EA's left a bad taste in everyone's mouth. Even EA noticed that. EA's going to come back, show off their new Star Wars game, show off another Titanfall.
because they have assimilated Respawn Entertainment, if I remember correctly.
Yes, they have fully purchased Respawn at this point.
Which could bring disaster, but we'll see what happens.
Now, I think EA has learned, because if you remember at the Battlefield 5, like, reveal stuff, there's no loot boxes, all the DLC's free.
From what I've heard, it's just all cosmetic.
No, they said the only purchasable thing in the game will be cosmetic items only. So everything is, the DLC's free. There's no expansion. It's going to have big DLC that comes free in that. So EA has turned completely around after Battlefront 2, which was free DLC with loot boxes. Also because EA is being sued by the European Union for underage gambling because of loot boxes.
Yeah.
But EA is going to come out, show off their new Star Wars game that I'm not expecting it to be the Respawn one. That won't be till next year that we get to see because it has a 2020 release. So I'm thinking it might be what was Visceral's Star Wars game. We're going to definitely see Battlefield 5 try to one-up Call of Duty World War II. There's no doubt about it.
While we wait for Black Ops 4, anyone else getting the beta test for that just for fun? I got a code ready.
Nope.
I'm going to give it a shot. I will at the least give it a shot for some lulz. And you know what? I actually have some fun with Call of Duty once in a while, so I'm down to give it a shot for the pre-order price of $5 at GameStop.
I might, but I lost all hope for the franchise after Black Ops 2, so...
Yeah.
The last COD game I played was Black Ops.
Red Boxed Infinite Warfare. Not too bad of a campaign, what I got out of it, and World War II. I did half of World War II, actually, in one night. It was pretty fun, but just Call of Duty isn't really my thing. My black hole of gaming is Destiny. Otherwise, I try to do school and other pursuits, have an actual social life, and I'm actually succeeding for once, so, you know, gaming's great, but you gotta have balance. Lasky knows this very well.
Okay, other comebacks I see is the comeback of the JRPG. Microsoft's going to be digging into them because, well, how else are they going to compete against Sony in their hit after hit after hit of single-player story games? Go to Japan. I'm expecting to see, from Square's conference, Kingdom Hearts 3, because that comes out this year.
It's still slated for this year. Pray that doesn't change, because it could.
Yeah. I mean, it is Square Enix. They did delay Final Fantasy 15 for 10 years.
Final Fantasy Versus 13, you mean?
Yeah. And Square's going to show Kingdom Hearts. They're going to show stuff off for Final Fantasy 15. They might show off stuff for 14. I'm not sure. They might be leaving that behind and working on 16 next, even though 15's still rather fresh. But knowing Square, they're going to show off stuff from 7. 16, they're going to show off something for 16 and leave it at that for the next 5 years. Going on to Activision, I know we're going to see COD, of course.
Division
Handful of
2.
other Activision, Division 2, probably another Tom Clancy game on top of that. See what other ones? Bethesda. We'll finally get to see Fallout 76 be the open world MMO that I'm expecting it to be, but not an MMO. I'm actually expecting it because IGN had stated that 76 is going to be a open world survival horror game like Rust or DayZ. There's another game that fits in that category. It's an indie game called Miscreated. I'd rather see 76 go for the Miscreated formula than the Rust or DayZ.
That was quite a mouthful.
Not as much of a mouthful you're going to get tonight, boy.
Oh, I just got
You got
dissed.
nay-nayed.
Whip, whip, nay, nay.
They get nay-nayed.
Adam, what you got?
Um,
What's like an unrealistic comeback that like would totally come out of thin air?
oh oh my god, unrealistic. I could give you 10
Half-Life
million
3.
things, but I'm not.
Put out a couple of your favorites if you want.
Unrealistic,
Microsoft
scalebound.
unveils like 10 new first-party titles and says, hey, and one of the dudes from PlayStation walks up with Phil Spencer, the PlayStation president. They shake hands, and on the screen it says like crossplay for between Xbox and PlayStation coming late this fall or whatever. Let's see, EA makes a big announcement saying, hey, we're not going to do any more loot boxes and stuff, and we're not going to make you hate us anymore because we're going to make good games. But then they actually backed it up by giving everyone a free copy of Battlefield 4.
They wouldn't lose much money on
I
that.
expect for another unrealistic expectation.
No, it has to be hardline.
Everything Ubisoft shows off is actually really good, and they don't have that one annoying black woman on the stage. Not to be racist, but she's pretty annoying.
I don't know if we can salvage this, guys. I'm joking.
See, Kyle?
Lasky?
I think we've pretty much gone over everything.
Anything that could come out of the blue. Like, for me, I would love to see a brand new F-Zero title for Nintendo Switch. Because F-Zero hasn't gotten any love. I'm like, dude, I want that high-octane racing again. And they could do really well with that. You know, I can't count on Star Fox because they dunked with Star Fox Zero and refusing to do better on the control scheme. But I think it would be cool to see that. That would be totally outlandish and no one would expect a F-Zero reboot.
Doesn't Rare own the rights to Star Fox, though?
No idea. I don't read up as much as you on this.
I guess for mine, I know it ain't gonna happen, but a new Elder Scrolls.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw it was Fallout, I'm like, nope, I'm out. But we also will never see a new Elder Scrolls by Todd Howard can still sell us Skyrim.
Like ESO, I played it. I still occasionally play it, maybe once a year. But that doesn't count in my book. So I would like to see a new Elder Scrolls. I don't know if they're doing Gears of War this year. I know they said they have some news.
There is another Gears game in the works. There's Gears 5 coming.
I don't know if that's going to be this year or next year. I think next year. If anything.
There's also the Coalition Games is doing something else, which it's another thing I did want to mention earlier. Like for Microsoft conference is we're going to see.
Oh God! Not
we're going to see
Judgment 2.
Playground Games Fable.
Yeah, Fable,
Which
that would be interesting.
Everyone here knows what game Playground Games makes, don't they?
I don't remember. I know it, but I don't remember.
Rings a bell.
The Horizon games. The Forza Horizon
Yes,
games.
That's right. Yeah.
4.
I see the boot
Yeah,
up
they have
screen
Fable.
right now.
If it's not in Japan, we riot. Just kidding.
That would be cool. They'd have to have a Tokyo
I mean, it's the
Drift
only
expansion,
knowledgeable
right?
location
Yes.
they have left.
Yeah. I like Horizon 3. It's the only one I've played.
I guess.
Dude, Adam, we gotta do that again. I would like to get a bunch of us
Me
on
too.
there to drive around in Warthogs, because that would make it a Halo-related thing. We could put it on the channel, a bonding time video, but, you know, it's hard to come by
Okay.
that
We can
footage.
get other Halo-themed cars.
Yeah.
We
Anything
don't have
else?
To do the Warthog. We can do the Warthog
Not
versus
really.
like different cars in that class or whatever.
The Regalia from Final Fantasy. I like that car, but it doesn't fit too well in Forza.
Okay, Chris. What are your out of the blue comebacks?
The best one I could come up with was F-Zero. Of course, we're not getting a Portal or Half-Life or anything. I wouldn't expect it.
I'm actually expecting out of the most bizarre comeback, Perfect Dark.
Oh, I would kill to see that. Perfect Dark deserves some love. Perfect Dark was awesome on the 64.
But not just Perfect Dark. Perfect Dark 2.
That would be sick. It could be really well made in the modern era. There was this RPG on the N64 called Aiden Chronicles, the First Mage, It doesn't handle too well. It doesn't have the best graphics or anything ever. But it had a really, really good world. It had really good lore. It was actually a really, really good fantasy world that I think could be rebooted. And, it wouldn't really be much of a reboot because no one knew it. But that world it was just so good. It was really criminally underrated. And something along those lines could really stand to exist in the modern era. That they could also bring back Turok and make it good.
Yes, I actually would love to see another Turok game. I love the 360 Turok.
I enjoyed it.
It wasn't the same as the original, but the story in it was wow.
Yeah, I want old N64 style Turok, steroided humanoid dinosaurs, and a beefy guy fighting them with the cerebral boar. Cerebral boar was the best
with
weapon.
Dinosaurs.
For those of you who don't
Doom
know,
meets Jurassic World.
This gun,
just Chris Pratt.
This gun would lock on to a dinosaur's head. It would send out a little swarming drone, made this annoying buzzing humming noise. It would latch onto their head, stand there, drill for like 10 seconds straight, blood gushing out everywhere, and then their head would explode. The cerebral boar is awesome.
Bro.
Google Turok 2 cerebral boar. Go to YouTube. The Scorpion launches 3 missiles, and then it reloads, by pulling the entire shaft back. Those weapons were just great. Turok deserves a reboot. I want that almost above any other kind of reboot. Turok would seriously be... that would make me wet. But I won't count on that. Also, one more fantasy universe that could stand to be resurrected from the good old days, Shadowgate. I think it's only had 2 games, maybe 3 ever. Shadowgate's an old PC game, and it had a Nintendo 64 game called Trials of the Four Towers. That is such a good game. You play a halfling,
actually, one game,
and you can't fight. It's a puzzle game. There's 3 instances where you can be caught by people and killed because you're a halfling, and you get overwhelmed by humans. Or you can fall into a sewer and drown. It's a really good game. Seriously, it's a really good game. It doesn't handle too well, doesn't have the best controls. Criminally underrated fantasy that could, again, survive and hold its own in the modern era. But, again, I won't count on it. That's what I got.
One thing I would actually like to see, speaking of resurrecting old games, I'd like to see Bungie take a step back, because remember, they're not owned by Activision, they're still an independent studio contracted to make Destiny.
They got $100 million
Marathon
to make a new game.
Yeah, they got $100 million from China to make a new game for China, outside of Activision. But I'd also like to see them remaster Marathon.
Yeah, I want that series to come back. Marathon seems like it has a lot of potential. Oni also was pretty cool. And if they want to...
Oni's what gave us Halo's multiplayer.
If they want to divulge from science fiction, they could do myth. Straight up fantasy.
Yes.
I wouldn't put it past them.
Well, you can't do myth without Marty.
Without what?
Marty.
Oh. Yeah, they kind of dropped the ball. Poor Martin O'Donnell. I still cry every time I think of that. Dang.
All right, any other closing remarks?
That was basically the wrap up. So, E3.
I got another MCC confirmation. I won't say much, but oh yeah.
You know what it says? I know what it says. It says
Fixin'
that
MCC.
Tyler's mom has been infected with the big gay, and you must put your most epic gamer moment in the comments in order for Tyler's mom.
Yes, of course. Do what Adam said, but please contribute in the comments section. Give us some ideas maybe we haven't heard. We want your guys' input because we actually do look over comments and we reply to them. We're not a massive
give
channel,
us ideas.
So
give us ideas for more podcasts.
Ask us questions,
yes,
you
ask us questions. Give us video subjects. Subscribe. We have a Patreon. If you contribute to that, we will make a video on a subject that you contribute. Maybe we can link that video.
Did we forget the video for the first Patreon guy, or did
I don't remember. We'll have to.
He's still donating.
We'll have to refer.
Are we going to
No, I know
I
he's
want to mention
donating.
my
but-
redacted project that I'm working on for you guys with
No, we need to
certain
mention
someone.
our Patreon supporter, Wolfric Studios. You're a real OG. Thank you for supporting the channel.
Yes. We'll put the
Yes,
link
thank you.
to the Patreon video down below in the video description so that you can get the full details there. I don't remember. There's like 3 tiers of donations, and like I think the middle one. None of them are expensive. So if you donate $20 or like 10 on Patreon, then you get some privilege, and we will own up to that.
We're cheap
It'll help
fuckers,
us grow.
$2.
Seriously, if we can get like a dozen semi-consistent Patreons, we could actually, before the year is over, like, you could help a couple of us get computer upgrades. I'm working on it myself, but I can't devote too much of my money to my own computer upgrades. I have a jar started. I just want to contribute more, and I need editing equipment to do that. So, help us out.
I just need a new hard drive.
And we will help you. Yeah, I'll get a hard drive too.
I need a new Lamborghini.
You need a
Purple
purple
Lamborghini.
Lamborghini. That's what you need.
Everyone at Halo
I'll
Collective
take any
needs
car Lamborghini.
a Lamborghini,
Yes.
but not just any Lamborghini.
Just for
the,
Lasky, though. Just for Lasky.
Lamborghini, Diablo.
Yeah, OG Diablo.
Lamborghini Diablo is the car.
We need the Lamborghini
Brendan Fraser.
Diablo, and we need some Hollywood Hills to put our Lamborghinis in.
Yeah. Fun fact: if you ever seen Bedazzled with Brendan Fraser and Elizabeth Hurley, he actually shows up at the nightclub in a Lamborghini Diablo. And I thought that was cool because it's a movie about Elizabeth Hurley, a woman playing the devil, tempting Brendan Fraser for the love of his workplace.
Whatever happened
He's
to
apparently
Brendan
going
Fraser?
through some personal crap. I never read like the links I see on this kind of stuff, but apparently Brendan's kind of just like living life and not being an actor. But I like to see him come back. He's good.
I was gonna say, like, it's been like 15
Journey to the
years
Center
almost,
of the
hasn't it?
Earth is the newest thing I can think of. No, Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor.
Okay, well, no one counts that. No one counts that bad movie. So
I enjoyed it enough. I'm not critical of it.
All right.
So yes,
I do want to say to other people who watch this, my formal introduction with the content that I write in that for Collective. We're about 2 months away from what I'm getting ready to show off.
woo.
Tyler likes it. Hometown Heroes helping me with it,
I believe I've heard.
and
of
you're going to
this.
love the fuck out of it.
I'm looking forward to this too. And the script for the machinima I've been low-key teasing on and off is almost complete. I don't know.
No, it isn't.
I don't know if we can have the machinima ready
fuck.
this year, but if not, it will definitely be first half of next year. But I will.
I swear I didn't forget about modifiers.
Yes.
I swear.
God damn it, Ricky.
He swears on his Timberlands that he does not have.
That machinima is going to need body actors soon, and most of it's going to be on Halo Reach. If you want to contribute, let us know down in the comments. I will look there for you guys, and I will post my gamer tag for you to actually message me. We can get working on that soon, so hopefully within a couple weeks I'll have that script done, because I am working on it. I've been working on it every day for the last 4 days. It's getting close, and I think you guys will like it.
I guess since you talked about yours, I'll talk about mine. Yes, modifiers is still a thing. I know it's been like a year and a half since episode 3. That is my bad. I'm on my last year of college. I'm trying to finish this shit, and I'm trying to get a job at the same time, so priorities. But for modifiers, I did purchase an album of royalty-free music. I purchased the license for it, so modifiers will actually have its own music and not any borrowed music. So yay! It's 80s synth.
Ah, shit.
Which is a good genre.
So,
It really is.
legitimate.
80s synth. It's pretty good. I listened to it. I listened to all of them before I made purchase, and I'm like, I like this. So yeah, and I don't know if I said this or Tyler even said this. I'm reducing the amount of episodes for modifiers. It was going to be 10. Now it's going to be 8, just for my own sake. And we've had a few voice changes. Ricky told me to make a video about this. I never did. Our good old boy Lore used to be Mordecai, can no longer be Mordecai. So, if you've heard of this person, oh my god, I am having such a brain fart right now. Megalodon, his YouTube channel. He does a lot of voice acting. He is going to be the new voice of Mordecai, and the new voice of Jennifer, which is like the first woman in the whole professional series. I know. Oh my god, it's like Star Wars.
She's not the only one anymore, guys.
Is actually unofficially the first woman. I'm trying to get my wife to voice her.
So it's gonna be Max.
I haven't told her yet. I haven't asked her yet, but I'm pretty sure she'll say yes, especially since if you link the two together, I named the character after her in the first place. So Jennifer and Jennifer. My wife's name is Jennifer.
Are you going to take her out to a nice restaurant, get down on one knee to ask her to be your voice actress?
Every time I ask her to go out to eat, she says, we don't have the money. I'm like, what the fuck?
Like, go with me to Burger King or Chili's.
Make a good dinner.
And then, but then she like buys $50 worth of like bread and shit at the supermarket.
Women, am I right?
See, Lasky, take up
I already cook. I cook more than her.
This is when you take up gourmet cooking.
We're an
The
hour
door's
and
wide open,
6 minutes into the
Come
recording.
on
here.
in.
But yeah, that's
I
pretty
don't
much
think cheese
my
on
modifiers.
toast is, gourmet cooking, Lasky.
I make some good
I
shit.
make killer
really do.
egg drop ramen soup. For real.
I'm Italian. I cook my own sauce.
It's a spicy meatball.
I do too. I make my own sauce too.
Lean
Hot Pocket.
egg,
Pop-Tart.
sausage, and hash brown sandwich.
I make a pretty good grilled cheese sandwich. I won't lie. And scrambled eggs.
I can make
think
some
anyone with an
decent
IQ above
biscuit
10
and
can
sausage
make a
gravy.
grilled cheese sandwich.
Too bad we don't have Max.
Oh,
He would
Chris.
show us all up.
Chris,
Oh yeah, he would shut us
speaking
all up.
about your
He's
machinima.
probably like a 5-star chef secret.
I've seen pictures of what he does. Max cooks some really good looking shit. Go
Well, he's
ahead,
French, so
Lasky.
of course.
He's French Canadian.
No, wrong.
Wrong.
He lives in Canada. He's not French.
French Canadian.
He's still
Right.
French.
Chris, we got to talk about your machinima in like private, maybe not tonight, because I know yours is gonna be a prequel,
Yes.
but
It's
I
practically a
have
full-length
some.
movie.
I need to-
At the
Podcast
script
over.
length.
I need to clarify some things for you, so you're not
Yeah,
breaking
sounds
my
good.
timeline either. So, because I am actually planning on doing a modifiers
Sounds
prequel
good.
as well.
It is a
But anyway,
prequel to the
I guess that's
professional,
it.
people. I don't know if I put that in the video, but that's what I'm writing. I had the go-ahead from Tyler, and yes, script is like 95% completed. Body acting
like
is going to
40.
start soon on Halo Reach. Okay.
I guess, do we have anything else to talk about?
I think those were the closing remarks. So, smash the like and subscribe
Peace.
buttons. Like the
Peace.
prophet of rhyme, smash its pussy. And donate to us, Patreon. If you have a little bit of spare money, we would greatly appreciate that. We can grow with that, and we can help you guys better. Give us some video ideas. Give us some...
Lamborghini.
Yes.
Purple
And
Lamborghini.
I want some Halo 5 campaign challenges we could do for like a bonding time game night video. So if you guys can suggest some stuff kind of like that or whatever, custom games.
Bondage time. Chris, what
Bonding
bondage time are you
time.
talking
Kinky.
about? What do
I've
you
done
do?
it with Isaac a few
What do you
times.
do at home? Bondage. Oh my god.
I have
what
literally
bondage time are
never
we talking
Googled
about?
bondage porn of any kind. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Back when I used to watch it, on occasion.
So
That
you
should
did
be-
bondage
that should
with
be-
the
that should be
autistic.
a
That's
topic.
not important.
That should be a topic. What porn do you look up?
Well, I don't look up any anymore. I am done with that. Okay, that's gonna do it
Alright,
for this
you done?
podcast, everyone.
What's all your
We will-
porn
We will
fetishes?
see you. Maybe next week we'll put out another video on E3 reactions. Hopefully we can get another podcast going.
Mine
like
is
this.
ears.
And
I like
comment
ears.
down below. Talk about E3, guys. We'll be down in the comment section with ya. Signing off.